From 1996 until just recently here, all my jet ski parties were mostly black people. Never had a problem. Then all of a sudden, I finally got some of my white brothers and sisters to show up. Bikers for Trump. I had Proud Boys, Latinos for Trump.
Proud of your boy. I'm out here with the Proud Boys. We get ready. I got my Jewish brothers here, my Ashkenazi brothers. You see this the party going on, the jet ski party. Look one over there. This is the Boss Jet Ski Mansion. We go through this every week. Black and white. Black and white must unite. That's the real deal. You hear me? Real deal.
And our good white brothers from the Tea Party. I had young kids coming out there having a ball, young and white. Suddenly, they show up to stop the party because they don't want black and white together. It wasn't until Martin Luther King made the statement he wants to see little black kids walking hand in hand with little white kids that they killed him the very next day. Why? Because they don't want to see black and white together. So they're racist against the black man getting with the white man. These are the racists. So they decided to destroy my party to keep black and white people from partying together and doing business together. Now look at the extent they go through to stop my party when I bring white people. As long as it was black, no problem. I have black and white people with the roughest gang members, roughest brothers and sisters in the world, with the roughest white bikers for Trump, the roughest brothers in the world in unity. Now it's led black and white, they went completely berserk.
This is Major Buchanan stopping the party because those are Ishmaelites. They act like they black or white because, you know, that's how the Canaanites run.
Martinez about the local. My party is a free party. So the lawyer wrote a cease and desist letter from the county, and now he's enforcing the cease and desist letter from the county, which is supposed to be a civil matter. First of all, this is a cease and desist letter written by a county lawyer. This is not from a judge. First of all, it's supposed to be a judge's order in order to be enforced even by the police. So here's the problem they got. In this cease and desist letter, they say this house is zone RU1-33. RU1-33. Nowhere in the zone RU1-33 does it say you cannot throw a party. Nowhere in it does it say you cannot charge for people to go into the party. Nowhere in there do they say that you cannot actually sell alcohol. Even though I have a nonprofit, and my nonprofit, if it had been our party, would have been able to legally sell alcohol at this private nonprofit party, and can also charge people to get in as a donation, like all these other parties do, like the big Super Bowl party that was being done at the millionaire's house, that he charged $5,000 to get in and was selling food, alcohol, and everything. But I cannot do it because they say I'm zone RU1. They didn't give me a chance to get my day in court, my due process of law. They just said I'm not allowed to do it, and because it was a cease and desist letter, which is as ludicrous as Rick Ross, the real Rick Ross, getting out of jail saying that, hey, this is my name, Rick Ross, and I don't want you to use it no more, and write a cease and desist letter from his lawyer. That doesn't stop Rick Ross from using that name until he goes to court and get a judgment. It has to be a judge's order, and this officer knows that. Yet they're operating off of a cease and desist letter when the county attorney is saying he is advised that the police will be out there turning away people who are coming to my private party. Now, what's crazy about that is he said they advised him. If it was a cease and desist order from him, he could have ordered them to do it, but he couldn't do that because he is just an attorney who wants to stop the party, but he knows he has to go to court first. And the only remedy to this is that they would take us to court, sue us, and get $5,000 and a lien against our property. And if we continue to do it, they would do the lien every time. That's supposed to be the remedy. The police are not allowed to be involved in this civil matter unless a judge orders them to. So they're just all around breaking the law because black people are not allowed to throw parties, and it is illegal for us to make money other than through the slave trade that they got set up for us as workers.
I got another cease and desist order from the county attorney, not from a judge. That's the key point. So I got no due process. I didn't get to defend myself. You got a right to face your accusers according to the Constitution. Mr. Officer, Mr. Curtis says I don't have the right to that. So on July 4th, when everybody in America is throwing a party, only the black guy, who's a Republican, cannot throw his party. This is an emergency to me because this is my house. I got family from other states here. Oh, they not coming.
I understand that.
Oh, I know you don't believe it, but
no, it's not. And I'm not saying I don't believe it, but I'm just saying this is not an emergency.
Even if it's not an emergency, if you're gonna stop my party, see that party that's going on over there? Mm-hmm. Why is that one going on?
Now it's just it's very simple.
No,
I don't have that.
So you know when they stopped my parties before, they never had a cease and desist letter.
I wasn't here last week. Yeah, at first we did, but then once I made a phone call, I found out we didn't stop it. But I wasn't here for anything that happened prior to that. I wasn't there. I can't stop
right.
it.
But I'm saying the Dade County Police actually came and stopped my party without a cease and desist letter. Without it. They did it several times. And at those times, it was a charity party from Boss Group Ministries. We were not allowed to throw a private party. So I'm very hurt about the fact that they have taken my constitutional rights, my due process rights, and all my rights as an actual man. Because to them, I am an animal. I'm a going. No, it's true. Because everybody else, the most important thing that God created us for to do in Psalms 91 is I created you to rejoice before me for my good works. This is the reason we're created. And the biggest law that they passed after the Black Code is that you niggers cannot throw parties, functions, or assemblies. If you have a wedding or a funeral that you must attend, you must have a white man stand guard to make sure that no 2 or 3 niggers get together to start businesses so that they won't lose their share of our neighborhoods. We white people cannot pick the cotton without you niggers. You understand? That's what they said. That's what they meant.
Now, here's what they wrote in the Black Code right after the Civil War when it got black people free. They said, okay, black man, you're free. Here's an example. You're not allowed to throw any kind of functions or assemblies without permission from the white man. You're in slavery still. This is what they're using these black officers for, to be the Sambo, the slave beaters of the black man, to enforce the Black Code, which is absolutely illegal. But we're not allowed to throw parties, functions, and assemblies. Only they can throw parties, functions, and assemblies. Here's a few examples of all these other white people who are allowed to throw parties, even right now.
All we're allowed to do is work, and they call us goyim. Goyim means cow. We're like a animal or ox led to the slaughter. He just works eats doo-doos, go to sleep, and dies. So I have absolutely no rights. But now you see that he's expressing that I have no due process rights. He wouldn't do that to President Clinton. What about all these people that throw parties like the Miami Heat is throwing a party today, charging $25,000 a plate? I sing at their houses, and they don't have permanent operations. Like they don't even have a foundation.
Now remember, this is my Boss Group Ministries actual non-profit 501c3 that is allowed to actually conduct and do charity parties. And I do my ministry from there. I have 2 doctorate degrees, and I am able to do my ministry there, talk on stage to the people, but they're preventing me from having my ministry, my gathering, and somewhere I read where we have the right to assemble. Somewhere I read where we have a right to free speech. But we are not considered human. We're considered 3/5 human, and they're acting on it openly, telling us black people that we're not allowed to throw parties, functions, or assemblies. Now look at how Mayor Carver and Major Buchanan, who gave the order to stop our party without a judge's order, but they let all these other white people throw their parties on the 4th of July. Look at all these parties. They had parties everywhere. Now this is a $30 million mansion that they throw parties at every week. Look how beautiful it is, and look what they get to do every week, but we can't do it.
Alright guys, we're here at the One Up pool party. So we're just out here having a good time. So here's our place. Huge shout out and a big thank you to One Up Nutrition. We get a nice beach view.
And they have parties daily. They have parties on that they rent mansions, that they have little companies that actually rent mansions out to you to throw parties at their houses. But the black man, we are not allowed to throw parties and get white people together. They don't want us to unionize or throw any parties. We're not even allowed to make money. Only they can make money. That's how wicked this crap is.
Like the Rockefeller, they got a foundation. They throw parties 5 days a week. Rockefeller, the Rothschilds, the JP Morgan. Only you, the black man, cannot throw a party. You understand? And we're using our brother here, who's a good brother, to enforce it. Thank you for your service, sir. And I'm not mad with you, not even for 1 fucking second. You're a good man. But I'm just letting you know that I am deprived of rights. I'm not human to these people.
All we say to America is be true to what you said on paper. If I lived in a totalitarian country, maybe I could understand some of these illegal injunctions. But somewhere I read of the freedom of assembly. Somewhere I read of the freedom of speech. Somewhere I read that the greatness of America is the right to protest far right. We aren't going to let any injunction turn us around.
So now you see all that Martin Luther King fought and died for is being disregarded with just little old me, the helpless. And then the next week, with no letter to tell us to stop or anything, for no reason, after the lieutenant told us we will be able to throw the party again next week, they come again to block the party. Here they go. Then they do it again after that, all the way up until last week.
Why are they blocking off our parking space and harassing us and parking down there?
There's police blocking off the street
of my house for no reason. These people are a trip. He parking right. They just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 police cars out here. Their car number. They're blocking my house from one block to the next.
Who's doing that?
The police.
We're doing traffic enforcement.
Okay, and what caused that to happen?
What caused it to happen?
Yeah.
The mere fact that you're throwing a party.
Oh, because I'm throwing a party, even though it's a completely free party.
I just follow orders, sir.
Who gave those orders? Buchanan?
I don't know who gave the orders. The orders come down, and my lieutenant gives me an order. It comes down from where it comes from. It gets to my lieutenant. My lieutenant gives me an order, and we follow it.
Oh, you don't know which lieutenant it is? What's his name?
My lieutenant, Lieutenant Evans Gabriel.
Evans Gabriel?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the police won't allow me into my own house, though they know it's me. They can't stop me from walking to the house, but we'll see if she does that. She said y'all can't walk down there either?
Stop playing games with me. I'm too old to play games. I'm just too old. I got grown.
So she said you can't walk down there?
No, she basically just gave it to me now for the seat. All right.
All right, y'all go back. Go back. No, yeah, let me talk for a moment. They literally have me under house arrest without a cause. It's unbelievable. I can't get into my house. I can't leave my house. Nobody can walk to my house. And nobody can come to my house. Damn. When I brought white and Latin people together with black people in one yard with the roughest gang from the Latin groups and the roughest motorcycle club from Bikers for Trump and everybody. Oh, we had all of the roughest together with the nicest and the kids and everybody. So remember, now that we're partying and unifying with white people, like when they saw me standing on the stage with Trump, now they're in complete berserk mode and panic mode, and they're trying to completely block the party and riot against us. When they rioted, that when they saw that Paul said that I've long time spoken to you black Hebrews, but you will not hearken. So now I'm only speaking to the white Gentiles. In Acts chapter 18, verse 6, and then Acts chapter 19, when he did that, they rioted against Paul. They were mad, and they have to keep the black man and the white man apart. In Acts chapter 18, verse 6. Before the black children of Israel get with the other nation, we, the Ishmaelites, must deal wisely with them and keep them apart from the Gentiles. Now, the reason why you know that the Gentiles are the other nation, because in Acts chapter 1, verse 6, Pharaoh said we must stop them from getting with the other nation. The only other nation that existed at the time were the Gentiles, because the Gentiles are the sons of Japheth. Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The 3 sons were the 3 nations at the time. So what they fear is the black man getting with the white man to overthrow the slave master Egyptians, which is today the white Canaanites and the Ishmaelites, who are different from the white Gentiles. They got to stop us at all costs from getting together with the white man. That's why they feared when I stood up with Trump. They feared that because they knew once we come together, we'll destroy them. Now, they killed Tillman for whistling at a white woman who was a young child. They beat him to death horribly and started the whole black rise up against them.
But they did that to keep us from being attracted to white people who are Gentiles. Now you can tell because as long as I had nothing but black people here, they never gave a problem. Just like back in the days of Jim Crow, when we protested against that with blacks together, no problem. But they had a giant problem when a white kid rode in a car with a black man coming to protest together against the South, and they killed him and burned him to death. It was after Malcolm X said, hey, I just found that all white people are not the devil and we should work with them. They killed him 3 days later. Like in the movie Judah Messiah, you see when the black guy who was leader of the Black Panthers finally got together with the white man and the Latin man. That's when the FBI decided to kill him because they could not allow Latin, black, and white to unify. It was when James Brown got on stage with Pavarotti, the greatest white opera singer in the world, and getting ready to take it on tour. They killed James Brown immediately. It was when Michael Jackson said, makes no difference, black or white. Next thing you know, he sells a bunch of tickets in Europe to the white European Gentiles and abandons Clive Davis, the Ishmaelite. Boom, Michael Jackson dies. So what I'm really telling you, everybody, they don't want the black man and the white man together. They fear us partying together because it don't become heaven until Hiram of Tyre gets with King Solomon. It does not become great until Tiger Woods gets on the same golf course with white people. It's not great until the black man joins the football league. Everything is great when the black man and the white man is on the same court. Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, basketball is the greatest. Just like it was be no baseball if Jackie Robinson not had got on that field. You see, so they got to keep the black man and the white man apart. And this is what's going on here with Mayor Carver and her police. I forgot, what is he, a major? Yeah, Major Buchanan. These are all Ishmaelites and Canaanites, and they're very jealous. That's why you got to go to godstu.com and see video number 7 so you can see the difference between the white Gentile and the Canaanite. They're trying to keep us apart at all costs. Now you see, when I finally started bringing white people, I had the Bikers for Trump there. When the Bikers for Trump came in, they was there with black stars like Michael Sterling and Little G from the group Silk and Dexter Tucker and all these great stars in one yard with G-Man from the song Hip Hop, a Hibbity Hip, Sugar Hill Gang. And after they saw that, then they also saw that around that same time, white kids were coming in, having a ball, rapping and singing on stage with us, and us just throwing the party together. And then all of a sudden, the next week, they did not only stop people from coming in the yard, this time they blocked the whole damn street off for no reason. Oh, they say, oh yeah, you charging for your party. We weren't charging for the party. They wrote up some kind of flyer they put together and put it out, making it look like we did it, just as an excuse to stop the party. So now I put in a flyer that says on Eventbrite that, hey, this party is free. Everything is free, and it's always been free, and anybody who tells you different is a liar. And you know what they did? They stopped the party anyway, without a cause. First their cause was, you're charging. But forget the fact that I got all of these videos here that show that there are a bunch of white people who are billionaires and millionaires that throw parties all the time at their house. They charge to get in. They don't have to call a donation. I have a non-profit. I can actually call it a charity party, because it is a charity party, because we feed people for free there, everything. And there is no traffic problem anymore because we ask our neighbors, can we park in their front on the property? And then we also shuttle our people in so there will be no traffic problems. And everybody wonders, Michael, why are you doing that? Well, I'm doing it because all good people, Latin, black, and white, must unite. That's the real reason I'm doing it, because God says if we fight this time, he's going to kill everybody by fire. The only problem is, I really believe that. Yet, they stop my party, but won't stop white people's party. You know why? Because those people that are throwing those parties are Ishmaelites and Canaanites. Now, the Canaanites act like they're white Gentiles, but the Bible tells you in Genesis 10:6 that the Canaanites are actually Hamites. Ham is the father of all Africans. So these are white Africans who are totally different from white Gentiles who were born in Genesis 10:1-5. The father of all European Gentiles is Japhet. Totally different people. Remember that. So that they act like they're white people and they're free, but real white Gentiles can't throw parties and can't own businesses. They're broke. Only the Democrat whites can own everything. And only the Ishmaelites who act like they're black, who are East Indian, Arabs, and Pakistanians, only they are free. So all you got to do is go to gods2.com and see video number 12, video number 15, and especially video number 38. And you'll see the difference between the Canaanites, Ishmaelites, and as opposed to the black man of America, who are the Hebrew Israelites, and the white European Gentiles, who are the Hebrew Japhites, who are the chosen ones. And you can prove this, and this is why they're trying to stop the black man and the white man, the two blessed, the two chosen, the two witnesses, from coming together. Because in Genesis 9:18-22, it says that Shem and Japheth are blessed forever. But the Canaanites and the Ishmaelites, who are the East Indian, Arab, Pakistanians, and the Slavs, who are the slaves, they are the Democrat Confederate rebels that are blocking our parties for no reason at all, other than they don't want to see the black man and the white man together in unity. All good people, Latin, black, and white, must unite.